Hello again, everyone. Back from seeing Abba. It was amazing. Had to turn my hearing aids off, I have to say. It was kind of loud. But how they produced this show is completely beyond me. It looked like young Abba were standing on the stage performing. Screenshots, film of them enlarged either side. And they couldn't have been real people because they were young. I don't know how they did it, but it was amazing and we had a lot of fun. Had a bit of a bop to Dancing Queen and everybody was singing thank you for the music and all this kind of stuff. Absolutely brilliant. We had a really, really good time. This morning I've been to the opticians, had an eye test, so, I'm getting all my spare parts sorted out. So I thought I'd try and show you a quick way of doing kind of special Christmas card. This is just a white on white little Christmas card made from one sheet of card. So here, for this bit, I actually used some foam sheet to do that and stuck the die cut on the top. This is just a couple of layers of actual card itself. So I thought I'd try and do that for that in case you haven't got foam sheet. See if we can get a similar sort of effect without using foam sheet. So let's have a go and just see where we go from here. So the two things I've got, both Gummiapan, Merry Christmas, and a little bunch of houses. Okay, here's a trimmer. I'm not even going to use my die that I use for my front panels. I'm going to cut it down. So here's my sheet of A4. We're going to start from the very beginning. Very good place to start. Okay, I'm going to cut it down the length at 10.5. Okay, and I always push towards that barrier so it doesn't skew the paper as it goes through. This bit is going to be my card base. I can score this on here as well. So if I go to 14, whoops a daisy, 14, oh, I haven't got much space there, 14.9, that should be about it. Okay, there's my scoring. I haven't done it hard enough. I don't usually use this for doing, I use a scoreboard, but I'll press a bit harder. That's better. Okay, can actually see that. And scoring on the right side. The side that is the mountain part of the fold, not the valley. Just get a bone folder. That is actually a slightly different place from the crease, but it's perfectly folded because I've got my corners absolutely matching. Okay, there's my card base. Now I'm going to cut off this piece, and I'm going to use this piece, one for the panel and one for my die cuts. That's got a bit bashed, so that's going to be the side for the die cuts. This will be my panel. Okay, now that at the moment is exactly the same size as my card front, so I'm going to cut 1 centimetre off off the top and 1 centimetre off the side. So with one of these things, you've got the centimetres left over that side there, so I can use that. So 1 centimetre off that bit and 1 centimetre off this bit, and then that will now fit as my panel for the front with the same gap all the way around. Okay, that's that. Let's get my trimmer out of the way, and we're going to use this bit for some of my die cuts. So I'm going to do one, I'll get another one there, and I'm going to cut this out twice, and then we'll start just assembling them together. I'll do this really quickly. Have to be quick today because I've kind of lost so much time with going out this morning to the opticians and one thing and another. It sort of cut into the morning. So let's cut out these. I'll be back in one moment. Okay, with a little bit of jiggery pokery, I managed to get out 3 sets of villages and 2 sets of the sentiments. So all I'm going to do is knock out the little tiddly bits, glue them together, and then pop them on my card. It really should be very quick. Let me just speed this up while I get rid of these tiddly bits. Okay, that's all the bits pushed out. If you wanted to, you could always do a bit of colour behind if you wanted to make it look as if there were some lights on in the building. But I'm just going to keep it absolutely all white. And I'm just going to put one on top of the other until we've got a little stack. So here we go with this. Abba was fabulous. 3 generations, me, my daughter, my granddaughter, 2 of my chums, my daughter's partner's daughter, and her granny. So there were 2 grannies, 1 mum, a couple of kids, and a couple of my chums. You know, the age span was quite incredible, but everybody was enjoying Abba. So, timeless music, I think, really. Just good stuff. And at the same time that we were enjoying Abba, my only grandson, who's 13, was doing a 22-mile walk, trek, whatever you care to call it, across Dartmoor with his school. Absolutely amazing. 22 miles, can you imagine? Apparently they were given the route, but had to navigate themselves. Talk about, you know, character building. Goodness gracious me. Absolutely wonderful. So here's my 2 Marys. Bubble on the end. So I'll just join these together. Some people say, well, why don't you put the 2 pieces of card together and then die cut them? But, you know, the machine won't cut through, the die won't cut through 2 pieces of card at once. So you just cut them individually and stack them. There's my Mary. Let's get it absolutely aligned. There we go. And the Christmas. These, as I said, were Gummiapan greetings. And, you know, it's nearly time for the this year's Advent calendar to come. It comes towards the end of November, and it's now into October. It's not going to be long. It's so exciting opening those packages every morning in December. Oh, such fun. So let's just see where we're going here. Looks like somebody is calling me. I'm going to have to stop. You know, I just had to stop the recording for a moment because my phone was ringing, and I used my phone to make the videos, and it was some wretched person from Northern Ireland saying, I'm ringing you in connection with the traffic accident you have... Oh, goodness gracious me. I don't know what these people think they're going to gain from you. I haven't had a traffic accident, thank you very much. So there we go. Look at that. All I've got to do is to stick those on, and we've got rather a snazzy looking Christmas card. Let me just put some glue on the back of this one. So quick. Just chop them out, stick them together, pop them on. White on white, no colouring. Bit of dimension, making it, you know, a bit more interesting. And I'm going to pop the panel, I think, onto some foam tape, which again will just add to the dimension of it. And, you know, I think it looks, look at that. That's 3 levels. All of this from 1 piece of card. And literally taking moments. So, if you want to make some Christmas cards and, you know, you want them to look pretty special, a white on white is often a way forward. Oh, will help if it's up the right way up, won't it? I couldn't wonder what would have happened to it. There's the Merry. Then we have the Christmas. So many ways of adhering the sentiment. You could use micro dots, glue like this. You could cut a layer in double-sided sheet. You could put some double-sided tape on the back of one of the die cuts. All sorts of ways. But I thought today I would just simply use some of this glue. This is barely art glue with a fine tip, and it's wonderful stuff. Introduced to me by Anne from New York State. Very generously sent it to me. Right, look at that. That needs a little something on it just to hold it down until it's stuck. But what I am going to do is put some double-sided tape on the back. There's a bit odd left over. Doesn't matter where it goes. Let's put some of this on. This the reel is rather large to hold in front of the desk, so I'm just chopping a bit off, and my guesstimates are not always terribly accurate, so that wasn't bad there, was it? There we go. Okie dokie. Let's just pop this onto that card front and it will be done. Just really, really quick. I've got so many Gummiapan and Christmas ones. Obviously, some that have come from the Advent calendar, but obviously not all of the dies that come in the calendar are Christmas dies. Some are. Some will be. Well, I think they will be. Some have been, should I say. But there's dies that will be useful all year round. And whenever I use them, people say, oh, I can't see that on the website. I love it. The only way you can get them is in the calendar because they are limited editions. So there we are. That's the second one. I don't think that... I think actually I prefer it with just the layers rather than with the foam sheet there, actually. So... Oops, just trying to get rid of that bit of black spot. There we go. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of twinkle onto the letters or whatever. But a very quick card, and I think a lovely one. So thanks for watching. Thank you all those people who commented on my flashy jacket. And I must tell you, my daughter said to me, I showed her the picture of the jacket I was going to wear, and she said, perfect. She said, very Abba. And when I got there, I realised what she meant. There were these things that descended from the ceiling, like long lines with little round ball lights on. And some of them looked just like the pattern on my jacket. I was tickled pink. Anyway, we had a wonderful time, super time. And thanks so many people for all those lovely, lovely comments. And do come back and see me very soon. Thanks for watching.